Hey interwebs, it is Monday, October 4th, 2010. This is the Philip DeFranco Show, brought to you by our newest sponsor, Epic Bike Jumps.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to the Philip DeFranco Show, the show that is the best show that's not really a show, but it's me talking to a camera for 3-4 minutes. Yeah. My favorite thing about that clip is the person rolling the camera, presumably the parents' lack of reaction of their child being run over by a bicycle. I don't know. But let's move on to the first story of the day. And it's about a man by the name of Wilson Lucum, a U.S. tycoon that had $50 million in his will left to Panama. Specifically, the poor children of Panama, like this one. And he wanted the money that he earned in his life to mean something, to matter. Now, Wilson died in 2006, and now 4 years later, 20 legal firms, Interpol alerts, and criminal charges against the lawyer representing the would-be charitable foundation. The widow gets the money. But really, it's just another example of Panama's justice system favoring the rich people. Which isn't just Panama, it's most places. But it really is disgusting that a man wanted to do something amazing with his money that he earned. And because he called his wife beloved, a court was like, fuck the poor kids. Let's give the money to this rich lady, who's definitely not giving us a chunk of that money. Wink. In news and research that proves that once again, your life is pointless, a group of scientists have come out saying that the world will end eventually, like in 3.7 billion years, around the same time that time will end. Let me try and oversimplify this for you. It has been long believed that the universe after the Big Bang is infinite. It will forever expand, but a group of scientists say that no, this is not possible. This due to the law of physics, saying that everything has a point that it will stop and that everything is finite, which they say means that time will eventually end and cease to be. But don't worry, this will not happen for about 3.7 billion years. Now personally, the reason I love this theory is the fact that no one can really call bullshit on it. It's 3.7 billion years away. Far sooner than 3.7 billion years, life will end on this planet. Now hold on to that happy thought and further explain that statement by saying that most likely we will all kill ourselves, be hit by asteroids, or time-traveling Mayans will come to the future and torture us by making us watch the movie 2012. I love John Cusack, but that movie is terrible. Cusack. Really quickly, I want to touch up on something that you guys were talking about this weekend. Rick Sanchez from CNN was fired after he said that Jon Stewart from The Daily Show was a bigot, and pretty much kind of said that all Jews don't understand oppression or struggle. The Jews control CNN and the media, and then everyone was surprised that his Jewish bosses fired him. And people on Facebook, everyone started getting up in arms. I'm standing with Rick Sanchez. What happened to freedom of speech? Freedom of speech exists. It does. The fact that Rick Sanchez was able to say those things shows freedom of speech. But if one of my employees was on like a talk show for some reason, and he says, people named Phil, they don't get it, and they're just douchebags. You have the freedom to say that, and I have the freedom to fire your stupid ass. So I'm not standing with Rick Sanchez. And I do hope that he does find some work in Florida other than possibly drinking, driving, hitting people, and then running away from the scene, since he does that pretty well. So my favorite story of the day is probably our douchebag of the day, and that is a guy in Florida, just a black guy who got pulled over for speeding, or, if you don't know, according to Florida law, you can be pulled over for looking different, or that might be Arizona. It is Arizona. Sorry. So they pull a guy over, they start patting him down, and they realize that there's a little piece of plastic coming out of his ass crack. The police officer puts on some gloves, pulls it out, and he has 4.5 grams of weed in his ass. And so now the guy's in trouble, and the cop says, do you have anything else on you? Guy pleads up and down, no, I have nothing else. I'm sorry about the weed. But then the cop continues this thorough search, and the cop realizes he feels something else hard in the suspect's ass. Luckily, it wasn't polyps, no. But it was cocaine. Now when the cop pulls out the cocaine, the suspect's reaction is like David Blaine just pulled some shit. He's like, whoa, where'd you get that? How would you know my card was a 7 of clubs on top of cocaine? And so then the guy starts saying, okay, the weed was mine, but I don't know where that coke came from. Which means one of two things. He is blatantly lying because a cocaine charge is a lot heavier. Or two, he needs to have better friends. Because the only other thing that could have happened is he had a friend to help him put the weed up his ass. And for some reason, his friend was like, I am also going to stuff this bag of cocaine up your ass without telling you, because for some reason, I get something from this. Main point being, this guy is a douchebag of the day, and two, if we can gather a moral from this, stuffing stuff up your ass, not a good thing. But guys, that's some of the stuff that mattered to me today. Trying to keep this video short because I got a lot of stuff to do setting up the new office, and I don't plan on filming in this area that much. But if you do want to see any of the other stories, like about Olivia Wilde, American men believing they're a lot better in bed than they are, and Asian chicks riding bicycles in body paint, click on those links in the description below. And of course, what would the show be without a question of the day? And that is, how do you think the world will end? And will you be there to see it? Leave those comments down below or in a video response. But guys, of course, as always, my name is Philip DeFranco, and you, well, you've been filled in. You're welcome. It's hot.